I'm currently here in New Talavan with the Krishna House devotees, with whom I've been for the last few months. And we're having a little break from our service and spending the week here. So New Talavan is a small community farm, and there's a few spiritual people practicing the Krishna conscious lifestyle. There are cows, there's a beautiful garden, there are little accommodations here and there, and there's a very nice, really beautiful temple. And now I'm just standing by a lake, and I'm sure you can hear the birds. It's a really nice and peaceful place in nature. So we're here with the intention to rejuvenate ourselves and nourish our bodies, and also nourish our soul and our spiritual practice, as well as our relationships with each other. We've been here for only 2 days so far. We spent the first day really relaxing and taking in the nature. We live in the city, so it's a very different setting, and you know, these bodies are said to be made of the 5 elements, and so taking in the nature actually helps rejuvenate the body, and then we have more energy to use our body for spiritual practice. And so yeah, our first day was spent visiting the property. We spent some time with the cows. We spent some time singing in the temple. I spent some time just alone by the lake or by the fire. I just found a random bonfire with no one around it, and so I just sat there. In the morning, we all went to see the deities early morning. It's part of the spiritual practice, just singing, meditating, chanting mantras. And I was looking at the deities, who are basically like representing God, and I was praying, I really just want to serve you. Like, I really just want to do something for you. Like, they just looked so beautiful and so attractive, and I was like, oh, I'm here in your home. Like, I really wish I could do something for you, but I don't know what. And so then I was actually supposed to cook for the Krishna House people that morning, and so me and 2 of my friends went to the kitchen to start cooking, and then this lady came, and she was like, oh, you know, I'm also gonna cook for the residents here, and I'm gonna cook for the deities, and so, you know, you're gonna cook and then I'm gonna cook, and then we're just gonna be making the same thing but separately, so why not just cook together? And so I asked our group leader, and then she was like, yeah, let's just do that. And so we ended up just helping the cook, and well, she was cooking for the deities. And so I didn't realize it right away, but after helping with the cooking, and it was like, it went on for a few hours, I realized, oh my God, like, I was praying just this morning that I wanted to serve the deities in the temple, and then this lady invites us to cook for the deities. And so yeah, I just felt like, you know, God was reciprocating with me, with my desire, and that was really nice. And I'm sure he was reciprocating with a lot of other people's desires too. So it just felt really, I just felt loved. I felt like there was love for me, for the other people. Yeah, it was very nice. I've also been really craving alone time, nature, silence. Actually, I've been kind of running away a little bit from processing my feelings, because there's some dark, difficult feelings that I experience, and I'm just tired, you know, and so that's how I've been feeling. But this place really gives the opportunity to, yeah, have some quiet time, at least thanks to the nature. And so that first day meant a lot for me. It was really helped me calm myself down, calm my body down, and reconnect to my relationship with Krishna. Actually, before we went on this trip, before we came here, I saw a quote scrolling through my phone, and it was saying, God will provide for all your needs. Give up all worries and replace it with worship. God can do anything but fail. something like that. I'm sort of trying to remember, so it's like not clear, but that's basically what it was saying. And so I've been trying to practice that, and I think it's my intention really for this time out to, because I worry a lot. I worry so much. I actually have a lot of stress because I think a lot about my feelings, about my thoughts, about my experiences, and I think a lot about other people's feelings, other people's thoughts, other people's experiences, and it gets really overwhelming. And so if I don't have quiet time, I actually get really depressed and anxious and heavy. And so when I read that quote, I was really inspired, because it's like, okay, I don't need to control or take care of all these burdens, feelings, thoughts, difficult experiences. I can just shift that with spiritual practice, not to ignore it. Like, I'm still going to address it, I'm still going to journal about it, I'm still going to express myself to trusted people. But when I get into this place where I'm just overdoing it, like, because I'll just sit there and I'll just keep thinking again and again and again about the same thing, and it won't get me anywhere, you know? So it's like overthinking, over obsessing about things, trying to figure things out, trying to find answers and not being able to find the answers. Like, that's where I get stuck. That's where I feel like I lose my energy. It's like addressing feelings, addressing thoughts, addressing experiences, they're all very important. It all has to be processed, and it's really good to have like trusted people to process it with. But when it becomes like obsessive or like too much and like you get stuck in it, like I do, then it's nice to just like let it go and give it to God, you know, like give it to Krishna, give it to the Supreme, whatever you want to call it.
One example that came up was Maharaj Amrish and the Rasamuni, their katha. So when the Rasamuni was like a great saint eating. Yeah. Okay, fifth one.
I don't need to find all of the answers. I don't need to think so much and try to figure out like whatever is out of my control. After having done the necessary process for myself, once I've taken responsibility, then everything else which is out of my control and I can really not do anything about it or find the answers I'm seeking, that I can surrender to God. And so I've been trying to practice that. It's not necessarily the most natural thing, because I'm used to trying to figure everything by myself. I've also been trying to like take my meditation more seriously. I meditate every day for 2 hours with mantra meditation, the Hare Krishna mantra. And it's really awesome when you pay attention. Like, if I just do it mechanically, it doesn't do much, but whenever I really try to focus and put my heart in it, whenever I chant the mantra, as if I was actually having a relationship with the mantra, because the mantra is a representation of divinity, of God, of, you know, your relationship with God and divinity. Whenever I do that, and I feel it in my heart, like I look at the picture of the deities, or I meditate on my feelings for Krishna, then I really feel something out of it, and I feel the reciprocation too. Like, my prayers will be answered quicker, or my needs will be provided for, even if I didn't ask for anything to anyone. Like, somehow, if I need to relax, things will be arranged in such a way that I have time to do so. So yeah, we're in New Taliban. It's a really beautiful place. There are really wonderful people here, and my intentions being here are really to make my spiritual practice more serious and more deep, like more sincere, more felt, like I'm having an actual relationship with an actual person through the spiritual practice. And by person, I mean God. So yeah, that's my intention, and I feel like the setting is right for that.
Sitting there for all his lotus feet, and they showed him the film, and we had this field with oats in it, strawberries, and all the stuff that was growing, you know. And I remember he saw the oats, and he said, we're growing them for the cows. So at the time, everything was cows. Like, "Prophet, not just for the cows. We can eat also."
It's very easy to get distracted with whatever is going on in our lives, our relationships, our responsibilities, our duties, our work. But those things are not what matter most. We're a soul. We need spiritual nourishment. And so a really strong, steady, sincere, heartfelt spiritual practice nourishes us in a much deeper way than anything else. And I find that giving my worries and giving up control to Krishna really helps calm down and let go of the stress that I carry. And I hope that in whatever lifestyle you've created for yourself, you find a way to install some spiritual practice which allows you to deepen your connection to Krishna, to God, to the divine, so that you can find a nourishment that is deeper, more spiritually fulfilling, and so that you can find peace in letting go of control and worrying and stress and, trying to find all the answers and all that. Thank you.